These days, with so many all-inclusive resort brands to choose from, it can be hard to pick which ones give you the best bang for your buck, and that's where I come in. Hi guys, Vanessa here, and welcome to Passport Pages. And in today's video, I'm ranking the cheapest yet best quality all-inclusive resort brands from bottom to top. Plus, I'll tell you which properties give the consistently cheapest rate within each brand. And lastly, I'll give you the pros and cons of each all-inclusive resort budget brand. And if you'd like to see more budget travel videos, be sure to ring the bell for notifications, as I'll be doing 2 videos a month now, and a big part of our focus this coming year will be on affordable travel options. So no matter how tight your budget is, you can keep traveling. So without further ado, let's get you saving some money and let's jump in. Let's kick things off at the bottom of my list with the brand that is the cheapest one, but there are some negatives to consider before booking, and that's Sunscape Resorts. Sunscape is part of the Hyatt all-inclusive portfolio, which continues to expand quite a bit in recent years, and the Sunscape properties are no exception, with locations in Jamaica, Mexico, the DR, and Curaçao. So let's start with the pros for this brand. A lot of amenity options at their properties, especially for families, with multiple pools including a swim-up bar option, games and sports like rock climbing, snorkeling. They have the Explorers Club, which offers indoor and outdoor supervised activities for younger kids, as well as the Core Zone Teens Clubs for older ones, offering karaoke, video games, and organized social events. Inclusive dining and drinks are available 24 hours a day, and reservations, even at their a la carte options, are not required. Rooms all have balconies or terraces, and mini bars which are refreshed every few days. And something that may be overlooked, but it's a very big pro these days, is that when you book, all taxes and tips are included, which is getting more and more rare these days, both at resorts and cruises. Now to the cons. Because of the great rates, their mega resort properties can get very crowded, especially with kids and families, and their property designs are pretty boring and nothing special. And while dining is available 24 hours a day, knowing what's available on a given day can be confusing, and the food quality isn't usually the best. And lastly, pool and beach wait service is not offered. But still, for an average $250 a night, it's a solid option for families looking for a mid-range budget all-inclusive resort vacation. And my pick for best value at an average $165 a night, just a great deal, is the Sunscape Sabor Cozumel Resort and Spa, which has a great private beach, 2 pools, family foam parties, 4 restaurants, and 5 bars, and sits just 20 minutes from downtown. So while not luxe, a very affordable all-inclusive option in Mexico. Climbing up the list, let's look at what's arguably the most well-known and popular all-inclusive resort budget brand, the Riu Resorts, which has properties in almost 70 locations worldwide. Just a very impressive portfolio, including Aruba, St. Martin, Panama, and even countries like Portugal, Morocco, and the Canary Islands, which don't have many other all-inclusive resort options in general. So some very unique location options in this brand, which is one of their biggest pros. Another pro is despite the huge number of locations, for the most part, you always know what to expect in one of their properties. A mega pool with a couple of smaller options, good day and nighttime entertainment variety, group fitness classes, non-motorized sports equipment, as well as all meals and drinks, many of which are 24 hours. And lastly, tax and tip will all be included in your stay. Now, while all of these inclusions are guaranteed, what's not is the overall style of any given property, which brings me to my first con. Riu Resorts can range from downright outdated with a boring style to very chic and modern, and this is usually, not always, but usually based on the age of the property. As far as vibe, they tend to be rowdier and noisier properties for the most part, which may be a pro for some and a con for others, depending on who you talk to. And lastly, their properties vary in price range a lot more than most, which can make it harder to budget, but the average nightly all-inclusive all-inclusive rate is about $260. My personal pick for the brand is the Hotel Riu Palace Riviera Maya, which is in a gated community in Playa del Carmen and is just a very sleek and upscale property following a 2019 reno and sits on a beautiful 6 acres, and you even get access to the amenities at 4 other Riu properties, so a great value at this one. And this is just one example of how this brand is just very location dependent. Some great ones, while others will provide a very disappointing experience. But if you pick wisely, you can get a great all-inclusive resort on a budget. Now for a notch above the Riu resorts, I give you the Barcelo brand. Now before everyone freaks out, I'm aware that not all Barcelos are all-inclusive resorts, but they're still a major player in the industry with over a dozen all-inclusives in Mexico, Central and South America, and the Caribbean, including the DR, Aruba, and Costa Rica. And some properties like the Bavaro Beach location are even adults only, so the brand appeals to a wide variety of travelers, from couples to families to partiers and everything in between, which is its first pro. Now, as far as amenities, you can expect big pools, lots of dining and drink options, kids and teen clubs and activities, spas, organized classes and events, and some even have casinos and nightclubs. And while the style of their properties is usually pretty generic and basic, where they differ from a Riu brand, which is why I rank them higher, is their culturally immersive experiences. They offer a lot of unique excursions through their properties, like tours of local rum factories and classes to learn local dances like bachata, and this is a very unique pro that you don't see in a lot of big budget chain all-inclusives. Some additional perks and pros they offer include stocked minibars and 24-hour room service, which is free for guests in premier rooms and available but at charge for lower category bookings. My resort pick, which is easily one of the best all-inclusive budget deals anywhere for any brand, is the Barcelo Maya Palace. At an average $225 a night, you get a very high-end property 15 minutes south of Playa del Carmen with 756 beautiful rooms to choose from, gorgeous pools and beach, and 2 sister resorts you can use next door, but they can't do the same. So it feels more exclusive and peaceful and is undoubtedly the smallest, newest, and nicest of the 3 for sure. So just one of the many examples in this brand of the lovely resort options you can book on a budget. Climbing up the list, we have another all-inclusive brand from the Hyatt collection, the Bahia Principe Resorts. With over 20 properties in Mexico, the DR, Jamaica, and even Spain, this brand is one of the most consistently reliable budget brands and just an amazing value for all you get, with great properties for both families and adults alike. Many pros to their properties, including lots of room variety, which includes junior and master suites, great dining and drink variety as well, plenty of on-site amenities and activities to keep you busy, so you don't even need to leave the premises if you don't want to, with options like water parks, activity centers, kids clubs, and plenty of sports. And many of their locations are located in a brand complex, so you can enjoy all of the dining and activity amenities at their sister properties, giving even more options during your stay. And their properties are just very nice overall. But the best pro is their pricing. For an average $225 for an all-inclusive, when most a la carte resorts are more than that these days, they truly offer some of the best vacation options for some of the best rates. Some cons. Their properties tend to be very big, categorized as mega resorts, and you may need a golf cart shuttle to get around. So if you're looking for a smaller, more accessible all-inclusive budget stay, probably not the brand for you. And because these properties are such a great value, they can get very crowded with long lines, especially around the bars. My resort pick with an average $175 a night rate is the Bahia Principe Grand Coba, which has 1,080 rooms, like I said, big properties, which are basic but very spacious, 2 pools, a water park, 14 restaurants, gold club access, a spa, a shopping plaza. It's just packed with amenities and a wonderful budget all-inclusive, especially for families. So again, highly recommend this brand for a high-quality, all-inclusive experience on a budget. But my favorite all-inclusive budget brand is one that's very underrated and often overlooked, and that's the Catalonia Resorts. With 10 all-inclusive properties in Mexico, the DR, and Jamaica, and 3 of them are adults only, it's not the biggest brand, but what they lack in locations, they more than make up for in quality, as each property offers a wonderful all-inclusive experience for consistently affordable rates. Some pros: their properties tend to be quieter and much smaller than most of the other brands on my list, making them much easier to get around. Many of them have private beaches, which include drink service, which is a very big perk for budget properties. The rooms tend to be spacious and include 24-hour room service, and my resort pick is going to be Hotel Catalonia Royal Bavaro, an adults-only all-inclusive property with an average nightly rate of $230. It has only 255 rooms and offers a very peaceful and relaxing atmosphere with great dining variety, especially considering its size, with 2 on-site options and more next door at the bigger Catalonia Bavaro Beach property, 2 pools with swim-up bar, and a private beach that's a 5-minute walk and offers beachside massages and drink service. So don't overlook this brand, because you can get a wonderful yet affordable experience, especially for adults looking for an all-inclusive vacation on a budget. So I really hope this will help you all save some money in your travel plans for the coming year. A lot of the focus in my videos this coming year will be on budget travel options, so if that's something you'd like to see more of, please give this a thumbs up and make sure to ring the bell so you don't miss out on our new schedule of 2 videos a month. This is Vanessa for Passport Pages. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all very soon. Bye, everyone.